Hello. In this video, and this will probably be the longest video of my YouTube channel, is that I'm gonna review Equestria Girls. So today I'm gonna review Equestria Girls. So basically, Equestria Girls was a series of live act was a movie that came out after My Pony's production of Friendship is Magic Season 3. It's right here. And now this movie had a lot of production that split it, that made Season 3 be the shortest season of all. I think it was honestly I think it should have been longer. But Equestria Girls, literally splitted it, and that's why I don't even consider as the best movie, really. It's still a good movie because I found it to be a really enjoyable movie that should be remembered by. And I think it's better than the GF4 movie. But let's just explain the plot. When her crown gets stolen from the Crystal Empire, Twilight Sparkle, the thief, Princess Sunset Shimmer, into an alternate world where she finds herself turned into a teenage girl. To regain her crown and return to Equestria, Twilight must learn how to fit in this strange world and defeat Sunset Shimmer in a competition to be crowned King Princess of the Fall Throne at Kinterlot High. Luckily, she will have the assistant of Spike and 5 teenage girls that reminds her of a certain group of ponies back home. Yeah, so that's basically the plot of the movie. I actually didn't watch this when it came. I have watched this when it came out, and I really liked it more than the GF4 movie that came out later. It was good, but I don't think it was as good as Equestria Girls, honestly. This is probably my favorite Equestria Girls. This is actually from the franchise of the Equestria Girls. And this is probably my favorite because I actually found this one was very enjoyable, very interesting, and very amazing, honestly. Really good movie. It was a really good movie. Now, let me discuss the problems with this movie, though. Here's some pros and cons. The pros are, the animation looks great. It looks like if it was made in season 3. It looks like if it was made after season 3. It looks like the animation in the Pony world was pretty cool, actually. It looked like if it was really a full-length My Little Pony movie or episode from season 3. The human world, while it kind of looks like a live action version of season 3, honestly, too. Number 2 is I like the character analysis are pretty cool, actually. I like how they act. The characters in the movie are actually great. All of them are great. They kind of present why I like the show so much. And the last one is pretty much pretty much the length of the movie. The length of the movie was pretty great. There's a lot of cool the jokes in the comedy and jokes the comedy was pretty good. But now let's talk about my negatives with the movie. Now, in terms of negatives, number one is pretty much probably how Sunset Shimmer is explained, is how the ending was a little bit rushed. I felt like the ending was a little bit rushed, honestly, in my opinion. And it kind of felt disappointing to see that the ending would have been rushed like that. Instead of just having more time to do, they could at least like this to like at least 108 minutes at least. I guess they just didn't do that. But really, it was really enjoyable that it was enjoyable. It well, number two problem in the movie is is how is how the how sometimes the movement of the humans act like. Now, I'm not saying that the humans doesn't looks bad in the movie. No, not at all. It's just that sometimes the movement would kind of roast me if the pony version was better. But let me describe here's my the third problem I have, which is actually only the third one, is that why could this been sequel to this could have been this why couldn't this been the sequel to the GF4 movie and came out in 2019 and had the GF4 movie came out in 2013? It would make sense and literally makes sense. But I realized that maybe Starlight would have been heck, even Starlight could have been introduced in season 3, like maybe in Magical Disco Cure, where she was the main villain of the episode. Anyways, let's back, and then she would be like, and then she would be the rest of the series. The rest of the series. But yeah, it's been 6 minutes, so I'm gonna keep on keep on talking about this movie. So yeah, but I think the only big problem I have with one more is how there's no tie-in game to this movie. I know tie-in games were, tie-in games were big these days, or were big those days, but except in 2000, because I think because they could at least did a good view game. I bet they could have made a good view game like Toy Story 3, the view game, which was a really good tie-in game to the movie. Or they probably would have made a cheap buck like SpongeBob Hero Pants. Ugh, that game sucks balls. It really does. Because honestly, I could imagine I imagine how the game would look like if it was. I actually had a dream about this game concept and how it looked like, and it actually looks pretty good. It looks like a real GF4 game. It looks like a real Crush Your Girls video game. It actually looks like a real good game too. So yeah, so that's basically my experience with the movie. But I want to talk about more about the plot of the movie. Now I'm going to talk about the voice acting. Now, the voice acting in this movie is great. All the characters are here. They do a good job in the human form, too. The concept of this movie was also handled pretty well, I might say that. The DVD release, the the DVD release, honestly, the only thing I do feel like they could at least did. I do this is they also I also like how this has a DVD release. It was actually pretty good. I will plan to get the Blu-ray, but it's better. All right. That's all it. This came out in 2013. Uh I want to talk about the DVD itself. Now, the DVD itself right now, I might say it was actually it has a pretty good cover design, and special features wise, there's only like 4 special features, only 4 bonus features, and that's it. So it has Thrown Through the Glass, Carry Motion music video, printable music poster, and Pony itself. which that's all pretty much it for this DVD. Pretty much they add, um, and I'm not gonna complain really about the special features because they could at least added like at least more to the DVD. Like they could at least added more to the DVD. Cause I feel like only adding that much special features was pretty disappointing when I got it. Cause I only had a few special features and that's it. And I was overwhelmed by only that much special features. But it's still a good DVD release, and I would totally buy a Blu-ray version if any exclusive version of the movie on Blu-ray. Like a Target exclusive, a Walmart exclusive, a Best Buy exclusive, I would probably buy those two. So this video is probably going on for like a long time. I'm gonna try to let this video go on for like I don't know how many minutes right now. I might do it for like 22 or 40 minutes or 1 hour video. So yeah, I'm gonna let this video just be like this because I don't feel like reviewing this whole movie like this. I don't feel like wasting any don't big short videos because most of my new videos are very short. So I'm gonna let this on for like maybe I'll let this video play for you're probably wondering when did this take place after? This takes place after season 3, but also it takes place before season 4 anyway. Now I say that is because I actually found that to be actually interesting. But overall, I'm not done with the movies. Fun fact. This is the fun fact. Twilight when she has her Twilight's animation with her princess stuff looks good. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about favorite and highlight in fun fact. I already did that though. My favorite parts of the movie. There's 5 in total that I actually like. Number one is the scene with Twilight with the whole chase scene with the crowd. That was pretty good scene. Number two is the video that got posted or the video that got posted in the movie. It was a really good video. I should stop talking. I should stop talking, right? I need to 14 minutes. I'm out. 14 minutes. That's I don't know how to do. I feel like this is fun.